Today I actually hung some of my laundry outside to dry, and my Colorado brain is freaking out about that. But today I wanted to talk about a character that is very near and dear to my heart. Here is why I love Buzz Lightyear. He's got buttons. He's got those wings that pop out. That very distinct Republican dad voice.
Actually, I'm stationed up in the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4.
But more than that, I think that I actually found the character like really compelling. I was born at the same time that Toy Story came out, so I grew up watching it. My mom and dad tell me this story about how apparently one time I was watching it and I was just in tears and they came over to see what was wrong with me and I said something like, Buzz hurt his hand.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
Listen, I care about Buzz, but these latest installments in the Toy Story franchise doesn't seem like anybody out there cares about Buzz very much. Whoa now, civilian, hang on. Doesn't seem like they care? Who the heck are you? Funny question. You don't think that the creators of the new Toy Story movies care about Buzz Lightyear? That's a pretty serious accusation to level against the company that's brought decades of quality family entertainment. I think I should bring you in for a court-martial. What? You can't do that. That's stupid. What authority do you even have to do that? When you have time, feel free to read Section 5, Subsection Zeta for all Mouse Command personnel. That would be me. Attendez. Tout simplement parce qu'elle vient de dire des choses désagréables sur les derniers deux films Toy Story, ça ne veut pas dire qu'elle est aussi coupable que cela. Where did both of you come from? You would say that, wouldn't you? I think I am losing my mind. Whoa, wait, really? Where did you drop it? I bet if we pick it back up now, we can still put it back in your head. Wait, let me get all of this straight. Are you like the alternate version of me who's super deluded and into defending corporations? Deluded? Ma'am, I am a ranger for a highly specialized unit of Disney movie-related peacekeepers. Mouse Command? There is no such thing as Mouse Command. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a sad, strange little woman. She's not that little. She's almost average for a woman. She's 5'3". 5 foot? 5 foot? She doesn't have 5 feet. Do you? You are just an ultra literal version of myself. And pourquoi vous me regardez? Oh, I know what you are. You're Italian. She's French. J'adore du café. Right. French. She's French. You're French. Look, only one of us can be the real Bella, and it is me. So I'm not only bringing all of you in for impersonating a Mouse Command officer, but also for metaphysical violations of time and space. Okay, hey, now hold on here. I am not sure what is going on here, but I am sure that I am the real Bella. I doubt it. Your character profile is even flimsier than the other two. What do you mean? Do you like Disney movies? What does that have Aren't you making a video about Buzz Lightyear because he's a character from a Disney movie and you like Disney movies? Well, okay, yeah, I like Disney movies, but that doesn't mean your very criticism of these movies is what summoned me here in the first place. Well, how am I supposed to believe that you are a Bella who likes Disney movies when you use the opening of your YouTube videos to criticize them in the first place? Yeah, but that's just nuance. I mean, I can have layered experiences, and so can you. You don't have to be defined by a single trait. Look, if any character seems real, it's usually because they have character complexity. This actually lines up with something that I wanted to talk about today. Do y'all mind if I turn something on? You're breaking rank, civilian. If you try anything... No, nothing like that. I have a movie character that I want to show you, and I think it will help us figure out who the real Bella is. You guys want to catch a movie real quick? I'll try my best to catch it, but my reflexes are pretty slow. C'est un film de la nouvelle vague, ou bien François Truffaut, peut-être? No. I mean, non. Bon alors, réveillez-moi dès que le film se termine, ok? Right. In the first Toy Story movie, Buzz is introduced as a toy who is convinced he's an actual space ranger. His embodiment of this belief is immersive, from the way that he holds himself to his vocabulary, to the way that he addresses those around him.
Actually, I'm stationed up in the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4.
I hate you.
This is one of the things that makes the first Toy Story so compelling. Buzz seems to be one of the only toys that's living through the echoes of some former identity. We don't know why Buzz has this extraordinary, implicitly remembered backstory. Leaving it a mystery like this, to me, makes his character all the more compelling. Buzz's unfettered conviction in the face of Woody's angry skepticism is heightened by the fact that nobody else in Andy's room seems bothered by Buzz's apparent delusions, only Woody. This setup yields genuinely funny moments because it plays one of the games of sketch comedy, where every character in the scene shares or approves of an absurd point of view, while only one person, the foil, seems to have a normal point of view. Hey, you're rambling, civilian. Get on with it. Okay, I'm sorry. But my point is, Buzz is sure he's a space ranger. Haha, how crazy. Halfway through the movie, when Woody and Buzz are trapped in the house of the pernicious Sid, Buzz is confronted with a piece of media that brings his reality crashing down around him.
To infinity and beyond.
Not a flying toy.
Suddenly, the whole rug gets pulled out from under him. No, it didn't. The rug is still right there. Right. Well, suddenly his whole framework is pulled out from under him, and he has to grapple with his entire identity and long-term memory just being some kind of delusion. That is a horrifying prospect. Yes, it is. Good thing it'll never happen to me. Anyway, Buzz sinks into a deep depression.
I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it.
But don't you think any job interview...
Woody finds compassion for Buzz and does everything in his power to convince him of his inherent worth as a special toy and a valuable friend to their owner, Andy. This triggers something in Buzz, and as he looks at Andy's name on the tread of his plastic shoe, he experiences a paradigm shift. He helps Woody break out of Sid's house, and just when it seems like all hope is lost for reuniting with Andy, something inexplicable happens. Buzz actually takes flight.
We're breaking free. We're soaring.
Right. Because he's a space ranger. But that's the thing. He had just spent the last section of the movie coming to terms with his humble purpose as a child's plaything. He has sacrificed his core memories of greatness for a modest new future, and somehow this sacrifice helps him to access a power that shouldn't even realistically be there by the laws of the movie. So you're saying that this guy can not be a space ranger and actually be a space ranger at the same time? Yeah, and that's why his character and his journey seem all the more real, because he's got these very high-stake contradictions that are going on within himself. Okay, but there are 4 movies, right? Like, what else happens to him? Funny you should ask. In the second movie, Buzz seems to be settling in nicely to his new identity. Just so we don't forget that he's learning the ropes, Buzz still has some vocabulary mix-ups, like this one.
In just a few hours, you'll be sitting around a campfire with Andy making delicious hot schmoes.
They're called s'mores, Buzz.
In the first act of the movie, Woody is kidnapped, and Buzz decides to lead a search party to rescue him.
Woody once risked his life to save me. I couldn't call myself his friend if I weren't willing to do the same.
When he turns up to rescue Woody, it turns out that Woody's head has been turned by the lure of fame and an illustrious past identity, a parallel to Buzz's identity complex in the first movie. In this case, though, the glory of Woody's past is completely counterfeit. He doesn't even have any memories of this identity, while Buzz has spent the last, who knows, year, 2 years, just trying to deconstruct this significantly vivid past. To try and convince Woody to snap out of it and come back home, Buzz uses his own words against him, reminding him that he is a toy. Woody isn't convinced that Andy's love for him will last, especially if he is as easily breakable as he is now. Buzz then bears his own witness of belief in a sincere effort to appeal to Woody's sense of purpose.
Somewhere in that pat of stuffing is a toy who taught me that life's only worth living if you're being loved by a kid.
Wow. He sounds...
And I traveled all this way to rescue that toy because I believed him.
Convicted? Yeah.
Son, when you grow up, would you be?
His identity as Andy's toy has now become his lodestar, the thing in life that's giving him all this hope. And he received that hope from Woody, and so now he's desperately trying to remind him of that. In an echo to the first movie, Woody glances down at the Andy on his boot and ends up having his faith restored, ultimately coming home with Buzz.
Have you ever been walking down the street with your best bro? You think to yourself, I'm not gay. You are.
Buzz sounds like he's really worked through his past at this point. Oh, I didn't even mention the best part. He actually runs into another Buzz Lightyear toy earlier in the movie who seems to be suffering from the same delusions as he did. Even though Buzz has apparently put the ghosts of his past to bed, now he has to physically grapple with a manifestation of his past self, a version of himself who clings to the vestiges of his own Space Ranger delirium.
Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. I've got an AWOL Space Ranger. Tell me I wasn't this deluded. No backtalk.
Okay, I see your point. Admittedly, Buzz's character arc and change of mind make him seem more like a real Buzz Lightyear, but where does he go from here? Okay, now this is where I start to have problems. In Toy Story 3, the purple teddy bear version of J.R. Ewing hits the factory reset button on Buzz, flinging him back to his Space Ranger persona. This might have launched an interesting chance to revisit Buzz's original settings and find out why he came pre-programmed this way, but instead...
Bitácora Espacial.
Everybody loves Spanish Buzz, and we thought it would be a lot of fun to have Buzz and Jessie do really great Spanish dance.
Hold on. So, Buzz's character arc in the third movie is... be Spanish? Yeah.
Everybody loves Spanish Buzz.
Is it just because the movie as a whole fails to provide complex characterizations? I mean, not really, actually. Woody spends the better part of the movie freaking out about Andy growing up and what this implies for his own identity and development and trying to learn how to let go. Oh, so it's just... Yeah, it's just Buzz, who's Spanish. Like, his whole character in this movie is...
Everybody loves Spanish Buzz.
Well, that's not a character. No? That's a one-dimensional farce. Characters are supposed to have complexity for them to feel real. You're getting it. Okay, so what happens in the fourth movie? You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. In Toy Story 4, Woody gets to embark on yet another dilemma of identity. When Buzz is sitting down and talking with Woody about taking care of Jar Jar Binks, Buzz seems to actually have some kind of lapse in cognitive judgment, and it's perturbing enough that Woody's reaction seems completely on brand.
The voice inside of you. Who do you think it is? Me? You know, my conscience? Fascinating. But where's the highway?
The slingshot maneuver is all we've got.
Thanks, inner voice. Fascinating.
This is the same Buzz from the second movie? Yeah. The same Buzz who said,
Woody once risked his life to save me. Tell me I wasn't this deluded. Go back, Doc! And I traveled all this way to rescue that toy. Because I believed him. Fascinating.
Well, now they're not even trying. It's like they took a one-off joke and they stretched it to be his entire personality. So, if you had to choose a version of Buzz that you think is the real Buzz, which one do you think it is? Well, it can't be Spanish Buzz. I mean, he's nothing more than a stereotypical contour. And, it also can't be the dementia-riddled inner voice Buzz. He's just a one-off joke draped in the silhouette of a space ranger. Exactly, and we both know that Buzz puts his past delusional self behind him, which means... Hang on. It's the original Buzz that puts his past self behind him. He's developed away from it, but the level-headed Buzz is still the one that initially believed that he was a ranger for Star Command. So, you've never believed in Mouse Command. Come in, Mouse Command. This is Ranger 1009. It's all right, I took care of them. I need you to put me back in the field as soon as possible, though. There's a new Lightyear trailer out, and I want to investigate.